Hey there, quirky people! I am your host, Anna, and today we'll be focusing on Henry Cavill's future in Hollywood. Just a while ago, he was both The Witcher and Superman along with Sherlock Holmes, but then he announced that he won't be The Witcher anymore after Season 3. Most people think that he left the role because he doesn't want to be a streaming actor anymore and wanted to be available for Superman. But that is so not the case. He always wanted to stay true to The Witcher's source material, but The Witcher Season 2 and 3 deviate a lot from it. So, he left because the showrunners weren't inclined to tell the kind of story that Cavill rooted for. Then came the big announcement of Henry Cavill leaving Superman. Again, he has always showed commitment to playing the Man of Steel. But James Gunn is rebooting the whole DC universe with a young actor playing Clark Kent. So, Henry Cavill is out of that as well. Enola Holmes too left a tease for his own Sherlock Holmes outing. But people are worried that after his exit from The Witcher, he may have spoiled his relationship with Netflix. And that might put brakes on his return as Sherlock Holmes as well. But we believe that there are plenty of other cool things Henry Cavill could do from here on out. He is already set to appear as a spy in Argylle, and he is going to star in a Warhammer 40,000 series, which he will also executive produce for Amazon Studios. Then there's Guy Ritchie's World War II action spy movie that he is supposed to star in. So, he is still a handful even if he doesn't get his Sherlock Holmes movie on Netflix, but I believe that he needs to join a big-name franchise in the next 2 years. And the first of them could be James Bond. Henry Cavill was literally the second choice to play 007 when Daniel Craig was cast for the gig. He didn't get the part back then because he was too young, being in his early 20s. But now that James Bond is being recast, the role should be his for the taking. Everyone knows how capable this Brit is to play the infamous MI6 agent. He has already been cast as multiple spy characters in movies like The Man from U.N.C.L.E., Mission Impossible Fallout, and Argylle. And I also mentioned his espionage role in Guy Ritchie's upcoming World War II movie. Having played so many heroic and villainous spies in his career, he may not get to play James Bond after all. The Bond producers might want a newer face. So in that case, Cavill should strongly consider joining the MCU. Rumors have suggested that Henry Cavill has talked to Kevin Feige in the past. There are several high-profile roles that Marvel will be casting very soon. There's the Sentry, who is another one of Marvel's Superman counterparts, and he is supposed to be the villain of Thunderbolts. So, Cavill would be a great contender to bag that role with his intense acting chops and experience as Superman. But apart from the Sentry, there's Captain Britain, whom Henry Cavill would be perfect for. In fact, we've covered a whole video of 10 roles that Cavill could play in the MCU. I placed it at the end of this video, so be sure to check that one out as well. But if Cavill doesn't get to play a Marvel role, then he should really be setting his eyes on Avatar. Cavill and his girlfriend surprised everyone as they attended the LA premiere of Avatar: The Way of Water as their date night event. But this actually had fans believing that he might be in talks to join Avatar 4 and 5, which are yet to be shot. While this may or may not be true, you just can't deny the fact that it would be a pretty good idea. Cavill could take on a supporting protagonist role as a Na'vi leader of another clan besides the Omaticaya and the Metkayina. Or he could be the next human villain after Stephen Lang's Colonel Quaritch dies in Avatar 3. But even if Avatar doesn't do the trick for him, then many fans would agree that he'd be amazing in the Game of Thrones universe. Ever since House of the Dragon came out, people have been fan casting Henry Cavill as Aegon the Conqueror. House of the Dragon should have included Aegon's conquest. This was a time that also included a lot of battles, as Aegon Targaryen arrived at Dragonstone along with his sister wives, Visenya and Rhaenys Targaryen. He conquered 6 of the 7 kingdoms of Westeros one by one, and united them under one Targaryen banner. So there's plenty of stories to tell with Aegon I. Since Aegon's conquest hasn't been covered in House of the Dragon, HBO should consider a spin-off with Henry Cavill as Aegon. There would be some crazy dragon sequences involving the Black Dread Balerion, and his sisters could also join in with their dragons Vhagar and Meraxes. But if the idea of Aegon doesn't manifest either, then I strongly believe that Henry Cavill could join Fast and Furious. Now, before you make any assumptions, I want to make one thing clear. I don't wish to see him in the main franchise battling it out with Vin Diesel's Dominic Toretto. Jason Momoa seems to have come in as the final boss villain over there, and that's about it. But my idea for Henry Cavill is for him to play the villain of Hobbs & Shaw too. Now that The Rock is also out of Black Adam and he doesn't wish to be in Fast 10 and 11, he should maybe return for a sequel story to Hobbs & Shaw after Fast 11. It was set up perfectly with Ryan Reynolds' new character.
I stabbed a guy with a brick. How crazy is that? Turns out it's not that hard.
So, Dwayne Johnson's Hobbs could team up with Reynolds' persona, and they could take on the next super soldier villain that Eteon throws at them. And this villain should be none other than Henry Cavill. We never got to see Johnson's Black Adam fight Cavill's Superman. But maybe we could get to see these two beefcakes take each other on in the Fast and Furious space. I believe that would be the perfect idea, as both of them will be in their element. Okay, that's all for now. Besides these franchises, maybe Henry Cavill should join the Star Wars franchise. But I couldn't think of a prolific role for him, so I'd leave that job upon you guys. Tell us which of these franchises should Cavill join after his Superman and Witcher exit. And don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons if you enjoyed our ideas in this video. Goodbye, and I'll see you in the next one.